Excellent, excellent. So yeah, welcome, welcome. This is Brand Ora. I am Athena Llewellyn, and today we are filling up our cup, helping us to uplift and be rich and to really rise in this wave of consciousness, this wave of wisdom, the wave of women that we are a part of. I'm seeing in the chat we've got Long Island in the house. I love my New York sisters. Yes. I'm a Jersey girl, so it was important for me to have my hair a little poofy. Let me know if it falls. Portland, Oregon. My God, all these beautiful places. Monterey. Oh, I feel your heart here, Julie. Right, you were a big island lady for a while. Los Angeles. So high. LA, right? Iowa. Renee, are you typing in the car? Humboldt County and the native land of the Wiyot people. Thank you, Lila Sophia, for letting us know. I'm here in Maui on Hawaiian land and with a heart full of gratitude for, thank you, Joan, for this moment in time. How many of you here feel like you're part of something bigger, right? Yeah, part of something a little bit bigger. So type in the chat like I'm part of something bigger, something greater. Okay. How many of us feel deep down that there is a message, that there is a gift inside of us that we were born at this time to deliver? How many of you feel that? How many of you feel that? Yeah. It can be kind of a scary feeling, right? It can be a little overwhelming at times. And it's no secret that we are living in times of great change. Okay. So we are here at this very particular moment in our human story with our beautiful hearts and with the seed of our own unique blueprint and how we are here to affect the world around us. I hear you, Julie, writing the message and a longing to be delivering it and how I am needed yesterday. Yeah, right. Exactly. And so on this call, we're going to be going over branding and marketing, but from the lens of a very energetic and practical space. And to get us started, it's really important for me to orient us because we're all over the world here, but we're all part of a really important network of light. And so to orient us, I just want to orient us to the directions. So I'm just going to take a few minutes here and you can close your eyes. If you know where east is in your house, who knows where east is, where the sun comes up in their home, right? So for me, it's like here. So just, imagine these directions because we're all on that grid together. So to join us within that, I'm going to start taking a deep breath. You can put your feet firmly on the ground, feel like a strong spine coming into the self, inhaling deeply. Exhale. Calling upon the guardians of the East Gate, the rising sun, the element of air, the winged ones, the time of childhood, the freshness of the first breath, calling upon the guardians of the East to be with us, protect us, and guide us. Inhaling deeply. Exhale. Calling upon the gatekeepers of the South and the element of fire, the time of adolescence in our lives and the fire in our hearts, the belief that we could make anything happen, the rebel within that had no sense of that really anything was possible, calling upon that fire, calling upon those that gather around the fire, human and four-legged ones, calling upon the herd animals, the family. Guardians of the South, be with us, protect us, and guide us. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Calling upon the guardians of the West Gates, the West, the land of the setting sun, all the colors of the sky, the purples, the pinks, the magentas, the beautiful transition space between night and day, that magical place in between. The West, the element of water, and everything that lives in the waters, the whales, the dolphins, the sharks, the jellyfish. The West is also the kingdom of the plants, all the green life on our planet, and the wisdom to turn sunlight directly into life. The gatekeepers of the West holding the time of adulthood, when we're able to hold our own waters, when we're able to know our emotions, know ourselves, and truly hold who we are. Be with us, protect us, and guide us. Inhale. Exhale. The gatekeepers of the North, the element of the earth, the mountains, the great mountains. Imagine a great mountain that you love, a mountain that's near you. I live on an island where the great mountain was a volcano. Calling upon the guardians of the North, the time of eldership in our lives, when we can grow and become the wise ones. Calling upon the elders of all lineages, all space and time, to bring their wisdom to us so that we may grow and be elders in our communities, that we may grow and become the wisdom keepers. Guardians of the North, be with us, protect us, and guide us. Inhale deeply. Now we have the three hearts. Exhale. Feel at your feet the heart of the Mother Earth, the heart of Pachamama. Bowing to the heart of the earth, to all that you give us, to the body that I am, this earth body that will one day return to you. In gratitude for all of that you provide, all the food, everything that we need. Bowing to the heart of the earth, be with us, protect us, and guide us. And above, inhaling deeply, exhale to the heart of the cosmos and Father Sky, to the music of the spheres and the celestial mysteries, to the angels, ascended masters, the ancestor realm. Father Sky, Father Sun, shine upon us. Show us how we are part of something so vast and mysterious, and bring us the wisdom of that mystery. Be with us, protect us, and guide us. And now here at the center, I invite you to put a hand on your heart, on your belly, just bring it in. Inhale deeply. Exhale to the heart of humanity. I stand here as your sister, my heart, just part of a vast network of luminous light, the light within my heart shining into this web, and the light of all hearts shining into mine. I stand with you today in support, in solidarity, with love, with compassion. May this gathering, however brief, may it benefit the heart of humanity. Inhaling deeply and exhale. And coming to center. Thank you so much. These are times of great change. And during times of great change, we need courage. Courage is a word that comes from the heart, from cœur, from like the French word for heart, right? So the courage of the heart. I'm going to talk today about heart-centered marketing and the power of the heart, and the two, bringing these two together, overlapping them is such a beautiful, juicy space because we're bringing together the mysterious, the spiritual, the energetic with the practical of how we are sharing our hearts on this planet right now. I am many things. Who here feels like they're a multidimensional woman, right? I am so many things. And it has been in my journey such a beautiful challenge to feel myself fully included at the table. I have felt for so many years that I had to kind of sever parts of myself in order to be somewhere. Can anyone relate to that? Can anyone relate to feeling like they needed to only show one part of themselves, either at work or in a relationship or whatever it meant, right? This is a time of really embracing the multi-dimensional nature of who we really are. At this pivotal time in the human story, when all of these amazing future tools of AI are rising to the surface, leaning into our humanity is going to be our saving grace. Leaning into the reality of the mystery of who we are, the multidimensional nature of who we are, the inability to box us in is going to be a saving grace, because that is an essence of what it means to be a human. And I will even go as far to say it is an essence of what it means to be a woman. How many women in here can identify with that? Can I identify with the different roles that you have played as caretaking people in your lives, as always, being able to somehow even know needs before they're even spoken, right? That there's like this sort of innate intuition that comes with having a womb, okay? So we're talking about marketing, we're talking about messaging, but we're also talking about the womb and the heart, and how are we engaging all of that into our visibility so that we are attracting abundance and the success that is attached to having a womb and a heart, right? This heart is attached to an infinite network of abundance. So, what happens when we truly tap into the power of the heart? In my multidimensional nature, I am also a sound healer and a heart math educator. And the resonance of our heart is so powerful, is so mysterious. The electromagnetic frequency of our heart is 5,000 times stronger than our brains. 5,000 times stronger. So we are coming out of an era that was really based on the intellect, based on how we're going to solve problems using our brains, using our willpower. And I dare to say that we are entering a phase where the rise of the feminine that we are feeling is a rise of the heart, a rise of the issues that we are facing that can only be solved in the heart. Let's take a deep breath into that. Because in a time of darkness, it's the way of the heart that needs to shine through. And God bless us all that we are all connected to that. I'm going to start our presentation. Jackie, would you share the screen? You know, I put together this presentation for us on building a strong brand aura. Somehow we're missing that bottom sentence again. and move down. Go again. Go next slide. Yeah, there we go. A spiritual and a practical guide. Now, we just talked about the electromagnetic transmission of the heart. That's also referred to as an aura. Every living cell, every living thing has an electromagnetic transmission. Now, the aura, the electromagnetic transmission that we transmit, is in essence, it is our magnetism, and it is our radiance. It is what brings people in towards us. It is also where we are expressing the unexpressible. So let's kind of go to the next slide, Jackie. Number one is a nervous system that can handle success. If we are going to rise as luminaries at this time, as beacons at this time, even just as business women who are going to make that 10K month, make that 100K month, like to get to the success that we are destined to, the number one thing is a nervous system that can handle it. So in my 9-month program, I go deeply into practices of how we work with the nervous system, bringing in ancient yogic practices, sound healing practices, all of the limbs of myself finally brought into the table to help people activate their destiny, which is so exciting to me. So the first piece of having a strong aura, a strong electromagnetic field, is having a strong electrical system, our nervous system, that can handle the voltage, right? We got to handle the voltage. So in this marketing masterclass, we're starting square one, right? How regulated is your nervous system? Because and you just take this down for a second, Jackie, stop sharing for just a moment. Thanks. Because our nervous system is what is felt before we even speak. Okay? It is felt before we open our mouths, before even the intention of our intellect comes in. So we can have all this intention in our minds of A, B, C, D. However, if our nervous system isn't calibrated for that, it's not what's going to happen. It's not what's going to be felt. It's not the transmission we're going to give, and it's not going to supply the magnetism needed to really bring forth that creative destiny that we're here to serve. Who feels like they have this creative destiny, right? One of my teachers said only 10% of the population, if that, achieve a creative destiny. It is not a given, right? This is the part of our free will where we have to do some work to get there, to just really open the vessel. And so in this process, in the process of marketing, it's really a process of feeding the vessel. I'm going to stop here for a second, and I want to share with you a story. I worked for Marianne Williamson. Many of you probably know she's running for president again this round. She is an incredible luminary, incredibly dedicated to her message. She is devoted. And working for her so shifted my understanding of what it meant to work in feminine leadership. I was part of a very small team. I worked as a content producer, and in my interview process, we looked at my astrology chart. That was the first piece. It was like, how is your blueprint going to fit into this matrix, right? She already knew, like, yeah, you can sit here and tell me like 1,000 things, but I want to look at your blueprint. So looking at our blueprints, so important for us to really get to know that. And in the 9-month program, I'm looking at those. We're looking through the gene keys, human design, our astrology, really understanding our unique blueprint and how that helps to give us a sense of guidance into what we're here to deliver. The second thing I learned from Marianne was a woman as, I mean, amazing as Marianne had insecurity. She had these moments of like real insecurity. And I realized quickly that her team, the women that she kept close, we weren't there to just, fix the practical stuff. We were there to help her deliver her message, to have courage, to be in her heart, to know someone had her back, to be reminded of her luminosity when she felt dim. Who here has moments where you don't feel 100% luminous? How powerful is it to have someone remind you? Hold up that mirror. So much of my work I call is just being a loving witness, right? Is to truly see people. And of the gifts that I've so been given in this lifetime, being able to see people, see their essence, see their light is my greatest joy, because it reflects on me and it lights me up. So that's what I was doing with Marianne. I wasn't just producing content, I was helping her deliver a message. And that's what I'm doing for my clients, is we're delivering a message. So photography, graphic design, spiritual, emotional support, it's all part of your delivery. All right, let's go back to the slides, Jackie. You're doing awesome. So first, we want a nervous system that can handle our own success. Next, the ability to fully feel and to make others feel too. And what makes us human is our emotions. And emotions are magnetic. Emotions open the heart and help us to know that we are included in this human experience, that we are not alone in the ways that we feel. Who here has gone through times where you felt really alone, right? Where the emotions have been a lot, okay? And who here has had moments in those times where you've connected, maybe it was with music or artwork or some creative output that helped you to recognize yourself, recognize where you were at, and know that you're not the only person to have felt this way, right? Right? Our creative output has such a beauty to do that. And so I'm calling, as an artist, as someone deeply interested in our collective narrative, how are we using marketing to let people know that they are not alone, that they are included, that we are all together in this human experience? Let's go to the next slide. 3, the ability to show the world what you see. Now, this one is a big gap for my clients. And we can go and take this, just close that out for now, Jackie. The ability to show what we see. Okay, so I'm a new mother. Many of you know that now. I have a 6-month-old baby, right? And so I'm watching her grow all the time. And I'm watching the frustration that comes from her when she can't express herself. And it's such a beautiful reminder of us, that when we have this gap between what's in our hearts, what's in our gut, what's on our mind, and we're not quite able to put it out, it builds a frustration. Okay? Who can relate to that level of frustration of feeling someone just get me, right? And it creates this difficult electrical energy within us. Okay? One of the biggest gaps that my clients reveal to me is that, first, I'm not an artist, right? Oh, I'm not that. I'm not that. Feeling we need to be Michelangelo or Frida Kahlo in order to be an artist. And so part of my work is aligning with that beautiful quote by Pablo Picasso, right? Everyone is born an artist, and it's a process of remembering that. So it's this process of remembering our creativity, remembering our greatness, remembering our imagination, right? Because as children, what is the gift that we're given? We're given the gift of play, right? We can play. And it's so fascinating because now neurologically, it's been discovered that the process of learning, of making neurological connections, neurons firing, happens 200 times faster when we're playing. So the fact that children play is this like brilliant, some brilliant force must have created all of life to allow this joyful experience of learning, right? Not just joyful, but to know that in joy, and imagine, let's say we're in joy, our hearts are open, we're lighthearted, this is fun, this is kind of a game, this isn't so serious. All of a sudden, 200 times faster, we're able to learn something. So I want to say, how do we bring that into our marketing? How do we bring that kind of lightheartedness, that kind of play, that kind of ease, so that we remember it, right? So that our clients really feel it. They learn something from us. They remember our name. They remember our offering, right? How do we bring that level of play and joy into our message? Okay. Because it's not just that it's more fun, which life should be and always can be a little more fun, but it creates greater neurological understanding. Okay. So let's go back to the slides now. The ability to show the world what we see. We go into depth around visual storytelling, graphic design. Go back, hold on, we're not ready yet. How we can use, we're going back just a couple slides. Oh, okay. All right. How we can use the skills, the tools that we have to share, right? And this is where I want to just bring up not our new friend, right? Our new friend, AI. Okay, so let's close this out for a second. And we're going to have a little activity here. Okay, I'm going to bring up ChatGPT on my computer. Who here has worked with ChatGPT? Okay, cool. So most of you have a taste of it. Let's see how these future tools can help us. Who wants to volunteer? Can I have a volunteer? Okay, Julie, unmute yourself. Great. So Julie, tell me a little bit about who you serve and how you serve them.
Yeah, so I work with midlife feminine entrepreneurs, and a lot of them are teachers, healers, coaches, artists. They've spent a lifetime curating modalities, getting certifications, being trained to serve in a spiritual context to raise human consciousness.
I love that. So I'm going to type that into ChatGPT and we're going to get a couple hooks for you. So who knows what a hook is? Yeah. So a hook is what makes us stop the scroll, right? Okay. Because in all this ancient future realm that we're in, our attention spans have dwindled. And so we need to meet people where they're at and kind of bring them in. And so I'm going to type into ChatGPT, help us find some hooks for Julie right now. And here we go. So here, ChatGPT just has me spit out, unlock your midlife magic, embrace entrepreneurship with confidence. And here it says, appeal to their sense of empowerment and self-discovery during midlife while highlighting Entrepreneurship. These are amazing. From midlife crisis to midlife triumph, the entrepreneurial journey awaits. Reignite your passions. Midlife entrepreneurship for multi-talented wisdom, multi-talented women. Midlife magic. Transform your skills into profitable ventures. Okay, the midlife makeover, entrepreneurship edition. Who doesn't like a makeover? Um, Sisterhood of midlife entrepreneurs, join our empowered community. So here we are at this juncture as ancient women with the wisdom of our ancestors guiding us and bringing us to this very juncture in time with the ability and with the tools that they never imagined, right? So, it is so important to embrace the tools that can help open up our own imagination, save us time, and help make us money. So that's what, I'm bringing into this program of like, how are we going to use AI and not just Chat GPT? There's multiple programs that are doing things, everything from you can build an entire presentation based off of your niche statement. That there's so much available to us. And really what it gives us is something to work with. Okay. So that's something I'm bringing in here. And that's something I wanted to mention while we're looking at these slides. And then we're going to go back to those slides. And help us elevate ourselves as messengers to use the tools that we have and the ability to show the world what we see. Okay. We are creatures of imagination. And the reality is that everything in your home, at least right now, this cup, this computer, this table, is the product of human imagination and human ingenuity. So how are we planting seeds of imagination for a future that we know is possible, right? The more beautiful world we know is possible, as it's been so beautifully put. Okay. When I think of imagination and I think of business and marketing, gosh, I think of Disney. Anyone heard of Walt Disney? Right? This is an entire business, an entire empire, billions of dollars based on imagination, based on how we can seed imagination, entertain. And this is where I love this, because what entertains us entrains us. Who knows what entrainment is? Julie does. I know Basha does. Basha, what's entrainment? You want to share with us?
Oh my gosh, yes. Well, basically, it's coming into the resonance of the frequency that it's that is like higher than you or lower, and then that's when your choice comes, because we are aware, so you can either entrain to the dominant frequency, either higher or lower. So yeah, it's like two forks, they start to resonate together. Sorry, I wasn't prepared.
Yeah, it's like, so I geek out about this kind of physics, because entrainment is the process of waveforms, right? That everything on our planet, everything is a vibration, and everything is coming through in a waveform. So a waveform trains, they match up with other waveforms. It's why women's cycles will match up when we live together. It's just a process of physics. And what entertains us entrains us, meaning that it joins us into that field of consciousness. So I'm here. We can just take this down for a second here. I want to see all your faces. I lost you. Yeah, we are. So going back to what we said about joy and play, building all these neurological connections 200 times faster, How are we entertaining through our media so that we can entrain people into this better world we know is possible? Are you following me here? Did I get too geeky? Okay, thank you. I love this stuff because it's fascinating, you know, because we think there's so much invisible stuff happening that is controlling our consciousness, that is controlling our mood, that is controlling the way that we feel about ourselves, right? And so if we can demystify that and actually look at like the science of why this works, why that makes me feel this way, we can start to navigate more with it. Catch my drift? Because who here has looked at advertisement and felt a certain way about themselves that was not that great? Who here has looked at a fashion magazine and compared themselves to the people in it, right? You know, I'm just going to blow the lid off the whole marketing industry. It's an industry that's based in lack. It's an industry that is hypnotizing us, and not just hypnotizing us, spending billions of dollars each year learning how to hypnotize us better. Okay. So we're really up against something very, very powerful. And until we understand what it is, we're kind of like lost in it. But it's the essence of magic. It's like once you see the trick, it doesn't have that much power over you. So that's really also what I'm bringing into the world, is that we can kind of see the trick of what's happening here. We can see how we've been hypnotized into a state of lack, how our insecurities have been preyed upon. You know, it's not, we don't have, you know, a group of people in our corner. Like I get on the scroll and I feel like, oh, I'm empowered by, you know, influencer models. Like I don't feel that way actually. Um, you know, and so how can we shift that? My whole life being named Athena, I've been fascinated by mythology. And my whole life, I've been like, I'm here to shift our collective mythology. And I don't know what kind of a job that is, but sign me up. And it's only recently that I realized, after studying marketing, after working and not wanting to be part of this toxic industry, that marketing is our collective mythology. This is where we are setting our value systems. This is where we are creating the kind of riverbanks for how we want people to act, how we want consciousness to flow. So marketing, you know, is not just about selling goods and services. It's about an entire cultural experience. And I'm here taking a stand to say that we can shift that cultural experience. We can make much more money being in our hearts, shifting that narrative, blowing up the spot of like, we've been hypnotized by this dark sorcerer. Let's reclaim our power and rise as a wave of women, as a wave of heart-centered entrepreneurs who are here to give and create this better world. I'm going to take a deep breath into that. And let's just go to that last slide. To the trust and to the faith. If we are alive right now, we were born for these times. I'm speaking to you today from the island of Maui, and many of you know, Jackie, you can take this down now, that there were wildfires here just a month ago. And we are speaking right now from a planet that is burning. My invitation to all of us is to deepen our roots, to really find the scaffolding, the support that we need to be this mighty oak to bear the fruit that we know is possible, and that we stand together as a forest of wisdom at this critical time on our planet. I don't believe in urgency, but I do believe that there is only now. Coming out of the wildfires, I had an existential meltdown. I thought, how dare I be in business? How dare I, you know, want to make more money for my family? And I went through this kind of my own inner process. And at the end of it, I am 100 times more convicted and more sure that we have to be in business right now, and that business is a spiritual destiny. And that those of us who are here on this chat right now, who are entrepreneurs, who are just figuring it out, or maybe you have it all figured out, but we are on this path of business as a spiritual destiny. And our businesses have the potential to bring us massive wealth so that we can be stewards, so that we can be the stewards of land, we can be the stewards of resources, because God knows we need it. It is time for us to stop playing small, to know that each time one of us steps up into our light, claims our luminosity, that we are inspiring countless other people that we don't even know. Marianne taught me that. She said, Athena, every woman who stands in her power raises 1,000 other women in theirs. So that's what we're doing now. Through the honesty of our message, through the heart that we're willing to open, because we know it's helping this planet, but we also know that it is 5,000 times stronger, and that by being in the realm of the heart, we are 5,000 times stronger. Imagine that. So while the darkness can seem so vast and so scary, it is important to remember that it takes one match to light a room, right? And that we have within us, within our cells, within our mitochondria, more light than the surface of the sun. We are greater beyond our wildest dreams, and we were born for these times. I am humbled and honored to arrive at a place in my life where it's making sense, where I can call in the multifacetedness of my nature, my multidimensional gifts, and bring them all together to serve the creative destiny of the luminaries of this planet, of you, of the luminary within you. So thank you so much for the work you're doing, for the way you love, for the way you love yourself. It is my honor to be on this call with you, and it is my great honor to serve you in your journey. Let's just take a deep breath together. There are some exciting things coming up. This is the new moon, right? We are gathering on this Virgo new moon, and we're bringing in a new cycle. And within this new lunar cycle, I am launching a group program, a 9-month program that is designed to uplift you, activate the luminary within you, give you all the multidimensional spiritual and practical skills and scaffolding that you need to be in your light. It's a really exciting time for me as motherhood has expanded me and initiated me into a level of, has expanded my vessel to hold so much more than I ever thought possible. And that's what I want for you. Whether you are a mother or not, that we can expand your vessel, strengthen your vessel so you can deliver, so that you can deliver. And when I delivered my daughter, it was my team that got me through it. It was 100% my team. When I said, nope, not happening. I'm sorry, everybody, just, this is it. It said, no, you can do this. You can do this. Because my brain told me it's not happening. This pain is unbelievable. You are not pushing past this. We're going to split in two and die. It didn't happen. And you know what? It's a lot like my business right now, right? Of like, okay, I'm really going to do this. I'm really going to open myself so vast so I can give this piece of future that I know is so valuable. We are here to serve the future. We all have this little message cooking within us. As I point to this plaster of my own pregnant body as a reminder. And I encourage all of you to find the team, find the support, find what you need to deliver, because the future is coming and we need to be creating it. So I'm going to drop in the chat right now. I want to invite you, if you feel inspired, to book a free 30-minute message accelerator call with me, and we can look at your message and really see like, okay, how can we alchemize this and just refine it? And if you're interested, we can talk about ways to work together. But really, I want to just help you take it there. I'm able to do really amazing things with my clients on these calls. So don't hesitate to book. And it's just my joy to be here and to serve at this radical moment in time. So let's take a deep breath. Whew. Who is feeling the call? Who is feeling like, yes, I was born for this. I could do it. I could do it. I know it's scary, but I can do it. Right? Oh, we
Athena,
have,
Athena,
yeah,
the link isn't there.
the link isn't there. Okay,
No, I don't see it. Does anyone else see it?
here it is.
There you go.
That's the link. Click it now. You'll also get an email with that link, but please book. I only opened up a few spots because we're traveling on Sunday. So just over the next few days, I put aside some time for us. And we have 6 minutes left. So if anyone wants to share, I would love to hear, anything that's on your heart right now. Joan, is your hand up?
Yes, yes. Oh
Awesome.
my goodness, that was totally awesome. I had no idea what was coming to, and I'm like, okay, existential, I love it. Your picture was like, oh my God, aura goddess. And I'm just so glad I came, because it was more than I thought. And, Jersey girl, woohoo, East. And, I'm from Brooklyn now. I'm from London, but I do live but I live in New York now. So I'm in awe. I'm definitely going to book a call, because it was just, you gave everything. And the part about the heart, I speak to CEOs and women entrepreneurs, helping them to prioritize and attract and keep love in their life. And I'm just all about that. I'm married 33 years, and I just think, to an American, yes. And I just think it's everything. My science says love is everything, and it really is. And what we're doing is giving people love in the world to fix whatever problem they have. And I think starting with their own love for themselves is so great. So loved it,
Oh,
my love. Athena, love, I love mythology as well. So you were, as we would say here in New York, the bomb. All right.
thank you so much, Joan. I'm so grateful that you came on the call, and I really look forward to connecting more with you.
Yes, yes. Are you going to be in California in the retreat?
Yes.
All right. I will find you, my love.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
Thank you. It's
Oh,
awesome.
oh, I would. Does anyone else would want to share? This is so yummy. I will be at Rock the Sales, and I do have just one or two spots left for photo packages. Just putting that seed out there in case anyone wants to book some portraits with me. That's available. And but yeah, Basha, come on. Oh,
Athena, thank you so much. Your message and your aura is just so transpiring, and it's just so good to be around all that yumminess and juiciness. And so thank you for being in inspiration, and for just amazing talk. It also kind of like, whoa. Thank
yeah.
you.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. I'm so glad to have you here, and I look forward to when we get to see each other again. Yeah. Let's see. Um, oh, let's see. Anyone else want to share? We've got just a few more minutes. Yeah, Julie.
This key about show the world how you see it, or however it was that you said, like, I'm gonna start crying on that one. Being a wildlife photographer, and like, I know my imagery creates a sense of reverence, which is my whole point in sharing them. And something about that is alchemically shifting me about marketing and social media. And lately I've been withholding it all. It's all felt too sacred.
Mhm.
But that, I can do that. I don't know why it's making me so emotional, but there's something about that that strikes a chord very deep inside of me about showing the world what I see.
Yeah,
That is really potent medicine.
it is. And it's what makes us the way showers.
Athena, I just wanted to jump in on with Julie because that was the one also. I mean, I wrote that one down. That struck me in a way like I've just never heard it or felt it the way I did when you said that. So,
Mm.
Julie, I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like this moving from, like, I don't know about everybody else, but there's this longing in the wanting to share, and then there's the idea of marketing and the language of traditional marketing, but it feels like a output or a at someone versus like a, no, I want to show you why this leopard catalyzed my greatness, why this, like, that shifts the whole thing for me. I can't even, that's about as much as I can articulate about it right now. But I'm just like, that was yummy. Thank you.
oh, I'm so happy to hear that. And like I was saying, I avoided the marketing realm for years because it is a toxic realm. And where I'm at now, having gone through like so much of my own spiritual process, is that I see our brand as a temple. And the pillars of our brand, the values that we stand for, are what invites people to come in, right? And that when they're coming into that energetic space, they're receiving a transmission, right? And that transmission is guiding their future. It's guiding their choices. It's guiding the way they think about themselves. It's guiding the way they treat each other. And that is so powerful. So, where marketing, it's like, I was like, I want to rewrite mythology. I was like, right, we can do that through marketing, and to stop thinking of it as being like this icky, yucky, salesy thing, but actually a tremendous gift to our collective consciousness.
Can I add one more thing to that? I'm going to rant briefly here that when we look at news media, they're asking the billionaire white men what the narrative is. And when you talk about entrepreneurial women taking their power and that marketing becomes that narrative shift that we want, is like I'm a full body all the way in on that because I believe we have the power to create sacred economy. And that's
Yes,
like the beginning of that whole thing is like we can just go around let's like outsmart them, not fight them. When you guys go do your chest bumping over there. We're just gonna go over here and create a whole new marketplace you never saw happening. Would be
absolutely.
kind of my ideal, right? Is not fighting with that. But when you talk about marketing like that, you might not know this, but in my day, 1995, I sold online advertising. I was the one pushing the rock up the hill, launching the internet. And at that time, it was a different vibe. It was a different thing because it was a miracle to people. And I won't go into all the details of that, but just to say that when you talk about it this way, that and changing the narrative through how we market, like that's a big idea.
It is a big idea. It is, and we're here for it. And that's also part of the spiritual destiny of our businesses. And that's what makes even 2023 different than 1983. You know, that the consciousness has just so evolved, and that those of us who are stepping into entrepreneurship right now, especially those of us on this call that are connected to the heart, who are trying to figure out, mostly we're pioneers in our field. We're like, this is a whole new way. It's because we're creating this new economy. And while we're witnessing economies crumbling, this is a pivotal, fundamental time to be creating economy. And I believe in the economy of care. I believe in the economy that is based on one-to-one people helping people, because God knows people need people right now. So if you have an offering that is therapeutic in any way, that is connecting with someone personally in any way, you are deeply needed right now. And we have to stand up for that and stand up for the importance and the wealth of that new economy. So it's exciting. Oh, Basha raised her hand. Okay.
I just have a short comment about outsmarting. When you talk about how electromagnetic field of the heart is 5,000 stronger than the brain. So let's just outlove all of it. Let's just like not outsmart from the mind, but really opening and delivering message from the heart that it's gonna
Yeah,
just
exactly.
everything will fall away, that it's not of the heart, from the heart, and sacred economy, as Julie says, and all of the goodness.
Exactly. And it's like surfing, it's a huge wave. And so it's learning how to ride that wave, not be crushed by it. And the wave of the heart is just massive. We're supported by so much, like we can't even fathom. Marlu, you said you wanted to share. I would love to hear you.
Oh, thanks. Really, what I love about this conversation is it's so, well, I'm also in the beauty industry and I've been in the beauty industry for 15 years. And I love what you were talking about, how we think about marketing. And and that's one of the things that I get to share with women. It's like, you're not just looking at an image of a woman standing there that's being photographed.
Yeah.
You're not seeing the 8 other people that are behind there making that photograph happen. And I've actually had models take a look. I've had celebrities take a look at their image and they're like, that's not really me.
Totally. Cindy
Right? This is not
Crawford,
my
right?
body.
She's like, I wish I looked like Cindy Crawford. That's one
Right?
of my favorite quotes.
Right? Isn't that great? But I love, really, I love that you're bringing this conversation to the forefront. And I also love that you're bringing, that you're also giving us an opportunity of how to think proactively, consciously from the heart. And how do we share that with the other women so that, and especially as we're entrepreneurs and leading the way, how do we bring that and share that with the other women so that all of us get to
Yeah.
grow and thrive together. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a collective wave that we're really riding, and it takes a village. And I really, I had this image walking my daughter yesterday of us being this forest, like this beautiful forest of wisdom, these fruit bearing trees, and that having the magic to grow and stand at a time of great change, at a time when the earth is burning, that we can root down to bear fruit and to be that together. And just like we're learning about the trees, they're all connecting under the ground. They're all supporting each other under the ground. So it's time. It's
Yeah.
really our time. Thank you so much, Marlu.
Yeah. Thank you. Really, thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Gosh, we're a little over time, so um, I just want to honor everyone's sacred time. I'm so grateful. Alejandra, you have your hand up, and I would just love to hear from you. If you do have to bow out, I totally understand. But I will close us out officially in just a few minutes.
Yeah, I'll just go quick and briefly. I loved it. I really resonated with everybody. You can't see my eyes, sorry. I really resonated definitely with what everybody was saying of how make them see what you see. And just a lot of the sacred feminine that you're bringing into your craft and blueprints and human design, enneagram, astrology. It's like, girl, you're speaking my language, and that's I definitely find that there's such an ancient wisdom in that. And when the light goes off for people and it's like, ew, got it. This makes a lot of sense, it literally can revolutionize the way you approach business and life in general. So I'm super excited that you're incorporating that. I think it's wonderful. Definitely a game changer.
Yeah.
Definitely. And yeah, these aren't pseudosciences. Like, that's part of bringing the feminine back. Somehow the mystique got like exit door right, and then so it's just nice to hear all of that, and so beautiful to share space with everybody. So
Yeah, it's just part of this blessed moment that we're alive, that we can measure the electromagnetism of the heart now, and we can know it really is that powerful. So we're here for it. Oh my gosh. Wow, 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 wow. I'm going back to gallery view. So grateful for you all. Does anyone else want to share? Are we ready to close out? Thank you. It is an honor to be here on the call with you. Please book a call. There's just a few spots open. I would love to connect more, help you alchemize your own message. And I am here. I'm available. My line is open. If we're not friends on Facebook, please find me, Athena Llewellyn. And you can join my Facebook group, the Brand Aura Marketing Mystery School. And here we go into the future. Vessels of the new dawn. All right, let's take a deep breath. Exhale. Just bless yourself. Bless you all. Bless you all. Thank you so much. I love it.
Awesome. I just booked, so I'll see you on Saturday, my love.
Awesome. Oh, there's Leela Sophia. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I'll hang out here if you have any questions. Everyone just wants you to stay here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for tuning in.
Dana, I got bumped. Can you put your link to sign up for a call with you? Can you put it back in the chat? I lost it all.
There it is.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Renee, for being here. Appreciate you so much. And I just want to give a special thank you to the winds beneath my wings, to Jackie. Thank you so much for your support today. Carol, so lovely to be here with you. And Marlu, thank you so much for just being here. I'm just delighted. And for meeting some new friends, Joan, Leela, Sophia. Feels great. And it's always good to see you, Rita. I'm such a fan. Gosh.
I'm going to drop off, Athena. Thank you
Feeling
so much.
is mutual.
Yeah.
Thank you, Athena.
Yeah, me too.
My
Thank you.
pleasure. My pleasure.
Okay, love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. That was awesome.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I do enjoy seeing your daughter on Facebook. So sweet to watch that growth happening. So amazing. It happens so fast.
Well, I'm looking for. I'll see you in Santa Cruz.
No, I will be going to Santa Cruz, but
Okay.
not this time. Another
Yeah.
time. But yeah. But thank you so much for today. I loved it.
My pleasure. Truly.
Resonated for sure.
Mm.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Yes, thank you.
Here we go.
Yay. Here.